Hello students, welcome back to chapter 3 Atoms and Molecules. Today we are going to discuss writing chemical formulae, molecular mass and mole concept. First we can see how to write chemical formula of different compounds. What do you mean by chemical formula? The chemical formula of a compound is a symbolic representation of its composition. The chemical formulae of different compounds can be written easily. So for this, what you need is to learn the symbols and the combining capacity of the elements. And if you know the symbol of the elements taking part in the chemical reaction and also their combining capacity, it will be easy for you to write the chemical formula. The combining capacity of an element, it is called as valency. Valency can be used to find out how the atoms of an element will combine with the atoms of another element to form a chemical compound. So what is valency? Valency can be defined as the combining capacity of an element. There are certain rules that helps you to write the chemical formula. The first one, the valencies or charges on the ion must balance. When you write the chemical formula, the valencies or charges on the ions, they must balance. Second one, when a compound consists of a metal and a non-metal, the name or symbol of the metal is written first. For example, when you write calcium oxide, you know that calcium it's a metal and oxygen is the non-metal. So while writing the chemical formula, the symbol of calcium should be the symbol of calcium you have to write first and then that of oxygen. In case of sodium chloride, sodium is the metal and chlorine is the non-metal. So symbol of sodium first, then that of chlorine. And iron sulfide, iron is the metal and sulfur is the non-metal. So we write FeS. That means the symbol of iron should come first, then sulfur. Copper oxide, copper is the metal and oxygen is the non-metal. Is that clear? Then third one. In compounds formed with polyatomic ions, the ion is enclosed in a bracket before writing the number to indicate the ratio. In case of polyatomic ions, that should be enclosed in bracket. Then you have to write the number that indicates. These are the rules to write chemical formula of compounds. Now we can see how to write the chemical formula of simple compounds with some examples. The simplest compounds which are made up of two different elements are called binary compounds. In binary compounds, there are two different elements. While writing the chemical formulae for compounds, we write the constituent elements and their valencies as given here. So then what we have to do is we must cross over the valencies of the combining atoms. See the examples given here. First compound that I have written is hydrogen chloride. Hydrogen chloride, first we write the symbol of the elements. Hydrogen chloride is made up of two elements, hydrogen and chlorine. So the symbol of hydrogen it is H, that of chlorine it is Cl. It is written there. Below that what is written is the valency. Valency of hydrogen plus 1, that of chlorine it is minus 1. So that's why I written 1 plus below hydrogen and 1 minus below chlorine. Then what you have to do is, I already told you what to do. You have to cross over the valencies. So while crossing over the valencies, we get HCl, because both are 1. Both have valencies 1. So 1, 1. So no need to write. We will write the compound as HCl. Second one, see example, hydrogen sulfide. In hydrogen sulfide, formed of hydrogen and sulfur. Hydrogen, the symbol it is H, sulfur it is S. Valency of hydrogen it is 1, valency of sulfur it is 2. So while crossing over we get H2S. Now aluminium oxide, formed of the elements aluminium and oxygen. Valency of aluminium it is 3 plus 3 and that of oxygen 2, 2 minus. So when you cross over we get Al2O3. Now calcium hydroxide, calcium Ca hydroxyl it is OH and valency of calcium 2 plus that hydroxyl OH it is 1 minus. So here CaOH twice. See here why 2? We use bracket when we have 2 or more of the same ions in the formula. Already I told you in the rules. So when there are 2 or more ions of the same ions in the formula, we have to use the bracket. Here the bracket around OH with a subscript 2, it indicates that there are 2 hydroxyl or OH groups joined to one calcium atom. This OH group, it is called as the hydroxyl group. Is that clear? Now, next example, see sodium nitrate. Here in sodium nitrate, symbol of sodium it is Na, nitrate it is NO3. Valency of sodium 1 and NO3 it is 1. So here the formula we write it is NaNO3. Here it is only 1. The valency of NO3 that's also 1. So there is no need of the bracket here. Is that clear? How to write the chemical formulae of the compounds? Next topic we are going to see it is molecular mass and the mole concept. The molecular mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in a molecule of the substance. How to find out the molecular mass? Molecular mass, it is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in one molecule of the substance, in a molecule of the substance. So it is expressed, it is therefore the relative mass of the molecule expressed in atomic mass unit. We can see one example. It will be clear to you then. Calculate the relative molecular mass of water. Calculate the molecular mass of nitric acid. HNO3 means nitric acid. See the first one. Calculate the relative molecular mass of water. Water is formed of hydrogen and oxygen. The atomic mass of hydrogen, we know that it is 1 atomic mass unit, and atomic mass of oxygen it is 16 atomic mass unit. Here see, in one molecule of water, H2O, H2O means one molecule of water, it is formed of 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen. Therefore, what is the molecular mass of water then? Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 atomic mass unit. As there are 2 atoms here, we have to multiply by 2. 2 into 1 plus oxygen it is 1 atom. So 1 into 16. So how will you find out the total then? 2 into 1, 2 plus 1 into 16, 16. Total 18. So molecular mass of water it is 18U. 18U means 18 atomic mass unit. Now see the next. That is nitric acid, HNO3, that is nitric acid. Nitric acid is made up of hydrogen, nitrogen and oxygen. From the formula, it's very much clear that 1 atom of hydrogen, 1 atom of nitrogen and 3 atoms of oxygen. Then how will you find out the molecular mass? 1 atom of hydrogen, that is 1 into 1. Nitrogen it is 14. Atomic mass it is 14. So 1 into 14 plus 16 into 3. So 1 plus 14 plus 16 into 3, 48. So 1 plus 14 plus 48 will give you 63 atomic mass unit. That is the molecular mass of nitric acid. Is that clear? Now next we can see formula unit mass. The formula unit mass of a substance is the sum of the atomic masses of all atoms in a formula unit of a compound. So what is it? It is the sum of the atomic masses of all the atoms in the formula unit of a compound. And formula unit mass is calculated in the same manner as we calculate the molecular mass. The only difference is that we use the word formula unit for those substances whose constituent particles are ions. One example we can see the formula mass unit of aluminium chloride. See here, how will you find out? This is the aluminium chloride. Aluminium chloride means aluminium and chlorine. So the atomic mass of aluminium plus 3 into atomic mass of chlorine. Atomic mass of aluminium, it is 27 plus chlorine, it is 35.5. So 3 into 35.5. So 27 plus 106.5 will give you 133.5 atomic mass unit. So that is the formula mass of aluminium chloride. Is that clear? More examples are given in your textbook. You can solve that examples also. Next, mole concept. The quantity of a substance can be characterized by its mass or the number of molecules. But a chemical reaction equation, it indicates directly the number of atoms or molecules taking part in the reaction. That is, an equation, a chemical equation, it indicates the number of atoms or molecules taking part in the reaction. Therefore, it is more convenient to refer to the quantity of a substance in terms of the number of its molecules or atoms rather than their masses. So, a new unit was introduced, that is mole, M-O-L-E, mole. 1 mole of any species, atoms, any species, that is atoms, molecules, ions or particles, is that quantity in number having a mass equal to its atomic or molecular mass in grams. So what is mole? 1 mole of any species, it is that quantity in number having a mass equal to the atomic or molecular mass in grams. That is, for example, if I want to say 1 mole of water means what it is? It is 18 grams of water. Then 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 44 grams of carbon dioxide. That is, 1 mole means that quantity in number having a mass equal to the atomic or molecular mass in grams. Now, the number of particles, that is atoms, molecules or ions, present in 1 mole of any substance, it is fixed. That is, the value it is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. For example, I told you 1 mole of water means 18 grams of water. That's equal to 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 number of water molecules. That's the number, it is fixed. And this number is called the Avogadro constant or Avogadro number. That is named in honor of an Italian scientist, Amedeo Avogadro. And 1 mole of anything, it is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 in number. As we say, 1 dozen, we say it as 12 numbers, isn't it? 1 gross, it is fixed, that is 144 numbers. Same way, 1 mole, it is fixed, that is 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 number. Besides being related to a number, a mole has one more advantage over a dozen or a gross. And this advantage is that mass of 1 mole of a particular substance, it is always fixed. That is what I told. 1 mole of water means what it is? It is 18 grams of water. So it is fixed. That is 18 grams of water. That is 1 mole. That's equal to how many number? 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 number of water molecules. That number is fixed. So that's why it is called a Avogadro constant or Avogadro number. Is that clear? The word mole was introduced around 1896 by William Oswald, who derived the term from the Latin word moles, meaning a heap or pile. So that's all about the mole concept. Numericals are given in your textbook that we can solve it afterwards. I hope the topic is clear to you. Read the textbook clearly and try to find out the answers also. Okay, thank you.